Princess Daisy is one of the most beloved or disliked characters in the huge cast of Mario characters, and no matter what your opinion is of Daisy, you can't deny that she has remained a huge staple of the Mario universe, especially in the spin-off games like Mario Party and Sports. But one cannot help but think as to why the kingdom she apparently originated from is pretty much never included in the mainline Mario games ever since her debut game Super Mario Land for the Game Boy in 1989. I say mainline because SARASALAND has only been mentioned in other franchises such as Smash Bros, WarioWare, and Mario sports games and many others. It's kinda sad that Daisy's Kingdom gets more love from other non-Mario related games than her own origin series. As for the synopsis for Super Mario Land, it is actually strange because this is a mainline Mario game, but Peach isn't the one that's stressed this time. But Daisy is the one who has been kidnapped by an alien named Tatanga, whose sole purpose was to hypnotize the 4 kingdoms that made up SARASALAND. These 4 kingdoms are called Birburo, Muda, Easton, and Chai, which are references to real-life locations. Mario arrives in this land to lend a helping hand and defeat the alien and restore peace to SARASALAND. What's crazy is that this Mario game is actually extremely short with only containing 4 worlds to traverse, and each containing only 3 levels. Another crazy fact is that while the events of Super Mario Land was occurring, Wario snuck into Mario's castle and conquered it completely, and apparently Tatanga was guarding one of the 6 golden coins. This heavily implies that he is working for Wario. This just goes to show how influential Wario is if he's able to have a powerful alien work under him like that. In terms of gameplay, Super Mario Land is very similar to other Mario platformers, but containing many forgotten and obscure enemies such as Goombos, Bombshell Koopas, and a bunch of enemies with strange names that never made a return in future Mario games. There are only 3 power-ups, with the Super Ball Flower being a brand new one that allows Mario to fire bouncing balls that ricochet all across the screen, creating combos and a way to collect coins from afar. This game is very, very different from typical Mario games, which makes sense because he's not in the Mushroom Kingdom anymore, so the same rules don't really apply. What I mean is that when Mario grabs the Invisibility Star, it plays the can-can funny enough, and instead of jumping on a flagpole at the end of the level, it's a tower with 2 entrances that leads to a bonus game. Your objective in this short game is to travel across the 4 kingdoms, each containing all sorts of different enemies and environments, and are guarded by a big boss at the end of the world. I love how Mario is able to ride a plane and a submarine to shoot at enemies like one of those flying vehicle arcade games. It's a concept that hasn't been reintroduced in future Mario games, which is a shame because I liked how this game executed it. SARASALAND is an interesting place because it combines elements from the Mushroom Kingdom, but with a strange and cool twist that made the old Mario formula more refreshing and interesting. I feel like this kingdom would have made an excellent inclusion in Mario Odyssey as one of the secret unlockable kingdoms after the Mushroom Kingdom if you 100% the game or something. This would have been like the Sand Kingdom, but filled with all sorts of enemies from Super Mario Land in 3D, and including the locations and Tatanga as the boss. Of course, if Nintendo even remembers this place, that would have been a really nice way in reintroducing this long and forgotten dusty kingdom that's even dustier than usual. If Nintendo ever does bring back SARASALAND in a mainline Mario game, I hope they will make it in the style of Super Mario's Wonder, because that would have been perfect since Daisy's playable character in that game, so it all works out. The cartoonish nature of Wonder combined with the wacky gameplay style of Mario Land is a match made in gaming heaven. It really sucks that this kingdom doesn't get the recognition it deserves in mainline games, despite being interesting and deviating from the normal traditional Mario locations, and such seeing as they reference actual real-life locations as levels, which I find fascinating. But who knows what is going on in their headquarters? What I do know is that the modding community can make a new game featuring SARASALAND if they wanted to, and I can take solace in that fact. But until then, thank you for watching. Do you also think SARASALAND needs to make a return too? And please like and subscribe for more videos like these if you want to.